Hello, it is I, your internet friend, Jerford K. Horcrims. However, it came to be, no doubt due to some failure on either of our parts, you have emerged ass backwards into Twitch's brewing show. That's no. To Twitch's brewing show. It was too much. We're not going to talk about it. Acquisitions Intoxicated. I am here with, and you'll have an opportunity to enjoy his sensual presentation later. But I am joined, as almost always, by Eric Benson, Acquisitions Intoxicated Brewmaster. Although you may be like, wait a second, Eric Benson, I don't get it. No, right. Don't worry, I got you. It's you may also know him as Edge Benson, and that's probably 20 to 30%. Azerbaijan, or the notorious EJB.
Or Batman.
So, it could also be Christian Bale's Batman. But no, his whole apparatus is ravaged.
Yeah.
And we don't know why. Was it? Oh, that's right. It was halfway through. You were a human boy at the beginning of South.
Yeah.
And then you became more and more of a sort of
Batman.
deep creature as the show laid on. But you may recall, of course, that the proceedings are the mystery of our program. Thank you, Viking Gut. Exactly, yeah. The special mystery of our faith is that there's a dramatic arc. Joseph Campbell, obviously. We try to iterate the hero's journey every time we run this show. For us, the call to adventure involves beer, and then we try to stay in that phase for the entire program if possible. Thanks very much. But yeah, we're gonna go into some novel stuff over here. See, I'm okay with Brett now. So we have this, but this beer is called TPS Report.
Look at the picture.
Yeah, it has a couple of shadowy gentlemen destroying a fax machine.
How do you not buy it, even if it's a bad beer?
Well, you wouldn't buy it because it's made with Brett, which makes it a sour. That's generally speaking why you wouldn't. But a sour with backup from rose petals to give it that sort of like a soft herbal sweetness, that might be a good combo. And then, of course, we have this other incredible product here. This is a Black and Blue, a blackberry blueberry Belgian-style ale. That sounds A fucking plus. Yeah, Mr. Meatsuit, yeah, it definitely is themed after Office Space, although I suspect it is not a...
It is parody.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it's contained within the continuum. Of course, Jeff had a couple other bottles, as I recall, but I'm not sure if we'll need them, seeing as we have a substantial range of product already. Atria Vinaigrette, I don't... Well, we can. Here, try. Do what you can to tantalize them. I mean, use your God-given... No, you're not going to get any... You're not going to get any bits for that. No, I mean, maybe you haven't seen... Thanks for engaging. Maybe you haven't seen the ASMR streams.
I don't watch them.
You got to crinkle some stuff. You got to move back and forth. No, it's got to be... Yeah, Atria, yeah. You fucked up. Rex Verde is saying gargle with some of that salt.
Yeah.
Is that what you've been trying at home?
Yeah.
But it's been... What? Staghorn is fucking... Listen, I just said he wasn't going to get any bits. You see, Thwap's got the right call. Thwap's got the right call. So, as I suggested, we're going to give these a try. My suspicion... Yes, Gecko. Mom from Doomgate's very good. My suspicion is that...
look at them.
Jeff will pop in.
Ow. Listen to this majestic voice. Ow.
I'm disturbed. But... we're gonna come back. No, dude. You're making a joke right now, and what's gonna happen is you're gonna be made to suffer. Gargle with whiskey says Fode.
I'm okay with this.
I was just gonna say I think I've learned something about Fode here. And Underdog says that you should use a stiff bristled toilet brush, and then just really clean it out. It's like the opposite of loading a cannon, I think, in some ways. God, we do have mead downstairs. We could use the thief and get a sample of it.
If it's not fixed by next week, that's what we'll do.
Exactly. So our plan, we're going to put a message out to Holly, who lives local.
She said she's fine as long as she's not sick.
Okay, she's fine as long as she's not sick. But our good friend Holly, who you may know better as Strix Bee Stinger from Dice Camera Action and Waffle Crew.
No, he did not throat punch me. Oddly enough.
Yeah,
one would think
this time. This is not the result of a savage trachea strike.
Yeah.
But you can see just the easy way in which that gentle
Come
arc.
over.
You know I've done it before. Like you've already begun to grip at your own throat just to protect it.
It's like you feel the air, the wave of air and force coming at you.
It's like a pistol shrimp.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, did that get you, Jack Lemmon? And of course, we got Jack Lemmon back on the decks. So let's crack into one of these. Then let's engage our audience with some high tech. But like I was saying about Precious Holly, so her car got stole, and that if there's ever been a reason to drink mead, I mean, I feel like we can help her. I mean, they just legalized mead for medicinal use in Washington, so it's a tax thing. I mean, it's like
Understandable. It's all about the revenue.
It has to be contained. Another opportunity to thank Clues, of course.
Angus Holter.
Exactly. God, do we want to start with the Brett? Let's start with the Brett. Jeff,
Jeff,
welcome aboard.
Well, what if we do the black and blue because the Brett might overpower?
No, the tang. That tang. All right, I got you. All right. No, Jeff, we have got some cool shit over here. We have something that's going to be...
It smells like perfume in here.
Yeah. We have something novel here in the form of a TPS report. But first, we're going to come after a blackberry blueberry Belgian.
We can only drink that when delivering on Friday.
Triple B.
TPS report.
Look at the art on it.
All right, he'll be pleased. The art is that of a fax machine being annihilated.
Just enough to be non-trademark infringement.
See, is it?
Yeah. Fode wants to know about your Hawaiian shirt, Jeff.
Oh, it's Disney. It is a bunch of Disney rides done in
passport type
plastic
stuff.
Yeah, classic passport
Star
stickers.
Tours.
Yeah, so it's a mix of the new stuff and some of the old stuff. Like Cars Land on here and stuff. So, yeah, Disney's a good place to get Hawaiian print stuff.
Oh yeah,
quality.
They tantalize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a really cool Pirates of the Caribbean one.
That's great.
As well.
When I go to, I mean, I have everybody has things that they like to do. I have enjoyed spending a lot of time over in California Adventure. Like I actually kind of like it because there's no one there and you can do whatever you want.
Next time you go, you have to go to it used to be Downtown Disney, they call it something else, and do that Star Wars virtual reality.
Oh, yeah.
Is it pretty sick?
It's pretty cool.
Nice.
I mean, I spent a lot of money on it, but it was worth it for the experience to do once. And the way they make you feel like you're traversing a large area when you're only going back and forth between 2 or 3 rooms.
Pretty clever.
It's pretty amazing.
Pretty clever. We're here. So pass that on there. But I always go over there. Like the thing that I make it a point to do every time we go to California Adventure is I like to go to Cars Land.
It's sour.
Right? I like to go to Cars Land at night.
Oh, yeah. Oh, with the neon?
Yeah.
Cars Land, I think, is one of the best. I haven't been to the new stuff in Walt Disney World, but like just in terms of, I feel like I'm on the movie set. It's the aesthetic they built there.
Exactly,
amazing.
but when the neon becomes a part of it at night, like that's when it becomes like a magical.
Yeah.
Like it crosses some kind of threshold, right? Yeah.
This smells so much like a sour.
It smells like a sour. I mean,
Belgian,
it really
actually.
smells like juice,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so there's
Lambic.
Yeah, I was just gonna say yeah.
yeah.
So, but there's a relationship. You are correctly assessing the relationship between Belgian brewing and sours. Like that is correct. Let's see.
I pick up things.
Put them down.
Oh my goodness.
That tasted nothing like I expected.
No, but not bad. It was still good, but it was not what I expected.
Yeah, I'm still processing.
I maybe should have shaken that one up before. I would say
There's some sediment.
I think that I got the thickest portion.
So,
No, I think it's all very syrupy.
Yeah, okay.
So what you do, let me see the bottle.
Yeah. You shake?
Hold on, I'm going to sit here and translate for Eric.
Yeah, exactly. Please. No. That's the last thing we want.
What you want to do with these,
Oh,
is
spin.
you spin it.
Okay.
So it gets the sediment on the bottom.
And then we can impersonate Ghost. And then I'll just like,
This is. Oh no. No. Honey, no.
now I know what it sounds like to be serenaded by a demon.
Yeah, a devil. Yeah, so I think that Black and Blue is a winner. It has enough of the fruit character that they're bringing out, but it sounds like this is a yikes from one of our judges.
I would not sip this beer by itself if it was paired with something.
A pear, for example.
Well, it's definitely on the sweeter side. So
Oh no, it is very, very like juicy.
yeah, like barbecue ribs,
Yeah,
Yes.
I think that yeah.
brown sugar honey, like brown sugar honey glaze type stuff.
Yeah, caramelized
like,
sugar.
Yeah, caramelized sugar. Like actually Thai food I think it'd go really well with some of the spicy
No,
Thai food.
okay, so the spice basically we just cut through
Yeah.
it. But essentially, what you're trying to do is like when you're talking about beer, especially a beer that has as much character as this, like in your mind, you want to create that classic fight poster. So it has to be something that has the same presence over here, right?
Yeah, there was a wonderful sommelier who used to have a show on the cooking channel, and she did a whole thing about which taste profiles of wine should go with what taste profiles of food. Mm-hmm. And it was a lot of opposite color wheel type stuff, or it had enough overlap to complement each other.
There we go. But yeah, especially with it so sweet and syrupy, something that had a roast or like a firmer.
I should drink these with pancakes.
Yeah, savory. Yeah. No, the reduction you could do with
It's a
this.
breakfast beer.
The reduction you could do with this would be pretty. Now, yeah, okay. Now in Hawaii,
Oh, actually, this would be fantastic with
Pork.
with like some macadamia nut pancakes and Portuguese sausage.
I think that it's good.
And it pairs well with softcore erotica. Yeah,
Yeah.
There's a lot that pairs well with softcore.
Hey, we deliver a lot here.
Yeah.
When are we going to make the Shannon Tweed inspired beer?
This.
I don't know what to think. Like,
Yeah, I would say that here at the bottom of the glass, the challenges are becoming more apparent.
Here at the end of all time.
so it's becoming less palatable to you as you continue to see. That's not a good sign.
Yes.
Is this Dogfish?
Dogfish. The first,
Okay, I recognize
the
that.
first impression was quite good. My experience with Dogfish beers, generally speaking, is that they.
Should be thrown back.
Well,
Just like a
no.
dog. They're very good, actually.
Well, there goes that sponsorship.
Generally speaking, they're pretty good, but they definitely experiment.
Oh yeah,
And I support them 100%.
Well, that's what
Well,
that's what
I mean,
they're known
Jesus
for.
Christ, that's
Yeah. Right.
this whole show is beer
Well,
experimentation.
exactly, but they're going back and they're like finding crazy ass recipes, like ancient recipes, and like trying to redo them. And
When I was shopping for the beers that we're going to try in some later show,
Yeah.
one of them was because we had talked about it on a pre-prohibition recipe that they tried
is
to
it
find.
distinct?
I mean, it's
We're brewing practices. like
In cities. In the dark city.
Is this your city? Is that?
You have failed this city. God damn it! Why do they let somebody out of Arkham every fucking weekend?
I'm gonna look. I will search on Google. You don't you? You know what? Like, you just you do you, boo. So, yeah. Weasel. There is a weasel musk. Zingit.
getting hints of beaver piss.
Yeah. Hints of wheezy.
See, there you go. That's you have failed this brewery.
I am glad that I tried it,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure I would ever buy it again. Ultimately, I think that the fruit aspects I think are at odds with a really
Weird
pronounced spice, like a bitter spice note. Something like a not a good one, not something that would be compatible with sweet, like a coriander.
Yeah.
It's there's something in the base of it like a
A deep spice. A deep fruit.
the earth spice. No,
2 hours of that.
It's cinnamon.
great.
Dude, I may call it. I may give you an opportunity to not.
Fuck no. Wait till we get to kill team.
Here, you give me that.
What the hell is
Brett, have you already talked about that?
Oh, no, listen, motherfucker, I got you.
Okay.
So Brett is a fungus, right? Isn't Brett actually like a fungal? It's so functionally speaking, every time we do this, we talk about inoculating beer, right? We're always infecting it.
Yeah, well, we could use my throat to inoculate
Yeah,
something.
exactly. That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's what we want. The Eric Strep.
No, a man, in 2019, a man had a dream. What if his throat could be in your throat? Thus,
Eric's deep throat beer.
yeah. What if his throat could be everywhere?
Hold on,
Oh
you gotta,
God!
You guys spin it. Put the cap back on, spin it.
Oh no, this won't be like that, but I'll do it anyway.
Oh, look at
Here.
that spin. Does it got a vinegary odor? Should I go get the freaking bourbon stouts, which might act as a disinfectant? Because one of them is 11%.
Okay. Here, just as purely aesthetic experience,
just a
Mr.
huff?
Cowles, just get a little huff on top of that bag.
Whoa.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, I mean, it smells like
Moldy.
your dad's ass. Like there is something. I mean, specifically your dad.
Yeah, I know. It's,
Here, so pass that over here.
Okay.
Let's. But I've had Brett's that are
Not
tasty
dad's
for
ass.
real. But they smell a certain way, and it's just a part of the thing. But they're actually very clean and tasty in the glass.
Some of my
It
favorite
smelled
white.
like rose petals to
Some
me.
of my favorite white wines, when you first open them up, smell like cat piss.
What's the?
It smells like ammonia,
Yeah.
and they're fantastic wines.
Smells like your dad's ass. Looks like his piss. It's great.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's like if your dad could pee from his ass, that's. It's a
This
little,
is a very weird show.
it's a little
gentlemen.
chunky. Here, finish that. The base of that. It's a little chunky. Yeah, essay exactly right.
This show's gone to a
Yeah,
weird
Blue
place.
Girl Zoe, listen. I do this for your entertainment. All right, Dan Breen, man, listen. You know what I mean. This is Brett, and so something that I thought was really interesting is, so we go to Lucky Envelope, which if you were from out of town or from in town, it's over in Ballard. There's nothing. It's not optional. Lucky Envelope is one of the best new breweries in town.
Yeah.
And it really has to, you got to be a part of it, right? You got to be a part of it. But they had a barrel back there that they warned off. They're like, hey, this has Brett in it. It isn't like when you do like a regular fermentation. It's like, this is an infection, and we all accept that this is what's happening, right?
The CDC has gotten into brewing.
Yeah, exactly. The Umbrella Corporation. All right, you ready?
Okay. Oh boy,
No, it smells
I
like
sure
a Brett.
hope this
Yeah,
doesn't
wait,
taste like it smells.
Yeah, well, exactly. All right, you ready? Here, let's do it at the same
It
time.
smells bad.
Ah! Duh! Ah! Da! Duh!
It is very yeasty.
Tastes like a Pilsner.
It's like a Pilsner that someone spilled their cheap perfume in.
So rose petals.
Yeah, that's what I'm tasting. I'm getting the rose petals. Someone steeped rose petals in Budweiser.
Yeah.
All right, is that fair?
That's exactly what it tastes like.
Okay. All right. Wow, it's very rare we have beers that we just are not big fans of. But it's not for everybody. Someone out there will like this beer.
I feel like I've come back from a very long trip. I don't know about that. Oh, no.
Wow.
Dan Breen, man, no. This is not from Lucky. I just remember, that's my main memory of Brett, is just seeing how ginger they were about this barrel. The big sign on it said, this is Brett. Like, wash your fucking hands. Like, don't get this shit everywhere. is going to fuck up our whole operation if you're not careful, right? I just thought that was interesting.
It leaves a residue.
This is, I'll say,
There's
a
like
coating.
a waxy coating in my mouth.
Wild Brett. Okay, so it's even wilder than, right? It's even crazier.
It's,
With the rose petals. Like, okay, so when I tasted it, it was just like tasting of a wall. Like, it's like the apparatus I use to taste things just hit
your tongue.
Exactly. But my tongue, but also like the mental processes I use to assess the information coming in. It was just a wall.
The good news is, it doesn't taste like it smells.
Yeah. In this perhaps. Here, so Fode is suggesting that the waxy coating will protect us on future sips. Let's see.
Oh, no, I'm not tasting it again. We have reached the beer that I am not going to take another sip of.
I think this is fine.
Your mouth is dead.
I'm Batman.
If anything, the fungus inside your mouth and throat is enhancing the experience.
I am fucking haunted by this. You think this tastes like a beer?
Reto Messiah's with rose petals. Yeah, that's how often have I come on this show, and even the beers that I would drink a decent amount of. Oh, hello, Gaston.
Dude, dog, precious hound, you need to protect us. Yeah, because I met a woman
Gaston.
I met a woman over the weekend who has a special dog, has a special hound, and this hound's purpose is to make sure that they don't eat wheat.
Oh yeah, dogs are freaking amazing.
It's like a gluten dog, and it's just like what I need is a dog like Gaston
To warn you of
but
beers.
with enough weight and heft to tackle me.
We have a lot of various beers, not just the ones I brought in the fridge. Do I need to just bring a palate cleanser?
No.
Are we good?
No, I'm not gonna learn otherwise, Jeff. I just gotta sit with it. I just gotta fucking sit with it.
Good luck, gentlemen,
Godspeed.
on your endeavor to
Godspeed, friend.
Create another beer.
Indeed. Hey, so thanks for snatching those new bottles.
We'll try them in a week or two.
We'll check them out soon. But if all things go well, hopefully we'll have Holly in next week.
Oh, perfect.
We have mead that has been resting for got half a year at least. A year.
Oh, those would go well with the
I know.
stout.
So we'll pull that back up. We can get us a real nice range, but this stuff is going to be.
Nice buzz.
A real nice buzz, but it's getting clear. Like multiple waves of the proteins have rested, and we'll actually do bottling too. So you might find that interesting as well.
Yeah, and then we got some cool stuff coming up.
Oh hell yeah!
I'm just curious. I want a sneak peek of what you guys are thinking about the inspiration for today's beer. I guess I'll go watch the stream.
We'll get there. Yeah. You know where we'll be, man.
All right.
Goodbye, Boy Wonder.
Everything about it.
So gross.
Everything about this.
I don't know why you hate it so much. It tastes like a Budweiser with rose petal.
I wish that it did. I wonder if there isn't. So Elliot is a super taster. I wonder.
You're not a super taster. Stop trying to be cool.
Well, no. I mean, I wonder if I'm like on that path. Like maybe I'm not a super taster.
Oh,
but maybe I'm like.
you're like elevating. You're climbing the ropes, and one day you'll be there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Exactly. So this is here. What's funny is that I'm starting to enjoy the smell. I'm starting to enjoy the smell of it. And I think it's because I've been colonized by this Brett. Ugh. Oh, God. Here, so, yeah, iceberg, you know what? Maybe it will be better the third time. Let's try it.
Yeah.
Oh!
Not better the third time.
What is that? What is that taste? New Belgium, listen, this is why, okay? It is because Oh, yeah, but so Batman Arama, obviously a new fan, come to enjoy your stylings.
Oh, yeah, agreed.
No, I like rose petal. I have a lot of rose petal teas. I'm very familiar with it in that.
Yeah.
It's not the rose flavor that I don't like. The rose part of
It's
this
the
is the
back-end
only
malt.
savior. Yeah, no, the malt is okay too. It's whatever
So the whole
evil.
beer you're okay with.
No, whatever evil this Brett has wrought, and wrought is the correct word. Whatever it has done to these gentle ingredients,
It's ruining your whole experience.
it needs to be dragged before the Hague.
It's like, I love this part. I love this part.
Yeah.
Fuck this part.
Bear St. Al, the Brett cordyceps. Yeah, exactly. Like we're trying to find that cordyceps, that cordyceps that wants to be in people, right? Oh, man. It does need to be tamed, Rocky. Exactly right. Very nice to meet you down at South, by the way. A real treat.
Yeah. South was
God,
great.
yes, that, Chris. The only thing that could possibly be fucking worse is to...
Don't you dare say dry crabs.
Jack?
Yep.
Can you snag the crab bag real quick?
Fuck.
I mean, now it's like...
You're a sick man.
Now I'm just trying to see where the threshold is. Is it possible to taste something so disgusting that it becomes good again?
So you pair something disgusting with something disgusting.
No, this is iocane,
And it's all
right? It's like in the same way that like a negative number times a negative number is a positive number.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, here we go. And what I like in a crab
It's the
snack,
boils.
yeah, definitely the boils. That's the key. What I like in a crab snack is I like it when the package has been open long enough that that the carapace becomes a little chewy.
Yeah.
That's a winner, of course. Slide 3K, you can't stop me. You're not my fucking dad. Let's see. I have not, Miss Staghorn, I have not thrown up on this show before.
After the show. No, not this show.
After the show,
No, it was a tabletop show.
yeah, after the show, this did happen. Oh, Dan Reedman, you're saying prepare the palate with the crab?
Yeah.
Well, here, let me put this out here. So this is the sort of thing we're talking about here. It's crunchy. Is it festooned with pustules? Yeah. Yeah, they're on there. All right, here we go. I love spicy foods. Okay, here we go.
God.
Okay.
What?
Okay, so
the
it started
fuck?
bad. It started bad. Okay, let's try this. Oh.
Chase it.
It's the worst idea ever.
Okay.
Not as bad as I thought. Oh, it's bad. Oh, it tastes like water near a dock that's sitting right around a boat that's pumping oil into that water.
Yeah, no, it's very 1984 at this point. It's like, do it to her. Okay, so you were asking if we ever thrown up on a show. I will tell you right now that what I experienced several seconds ago is the closest I have ever come to throwing up on the show. Feel free to clip it. Take a good look at this visage. It was a true nightmare. And I thought for sure that I would be seeing it again very soon.
We might.
In a slurry. And for those of you out there holding out hope, it still might happen. God only knows what dark work this crab is undertaking. The Exxon Val don't.
That's about right.
You got it, Thwap. Oh, Christ. Can you slide? How about another few bites? All right. Well, they're gone. Well, he took him away. So that's for the best. Don't bring him out. Just sit down, Jack. Sit down.
Streams against the TOS.
Yeah, exactly. We found where the TOS. Oh, IPA CAC. Oh, is in a moth. Is this the most? Is this a superior chat?
It's amazing.
I say yes.
Utterly amazing.
Anyway, that was totally vile.
Come to the back cave.
No, the only time that it ever happened for real was when because we kept escalating the pepper war.
It was ridiculous.
We still do it now. I think we have the right. I think that we have the right play for for incorporating spicy stuff into Kill Team.
Yeah.
Because every time a unit goes down, like not obviously not an injury, but like removed from the table,
Right.
pop one in. I feel like that's actually a pretty good plan. The only thing is that I field twice as many units as you do, so the odds of me having to eat a lot more crab. I mean,
Mama didn't raise my food.
there's a back end we have to consider. But no, but
That's just the consequences of you and your point structure.
yeah, were they scorpions? Which were the ones that you brought in the dried ones?
Scorpions. Trinidad scorpions.
Yeah, yeah. And so we were like, oh, ha, 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 we'll take some of these. And it's like, yeah, that was bad. And then later on,
We did ghost peppers. We did jalapenos. Then ghost peppers. Then scorpions.
yeah, the dried one, right?
Yeah.
We had some fresh, and the fresh was actually kind of good and like sweet in a
You
weird
could
way.
taste it. Yeah.
Well,
Like I didn't.
no, the comparison.
Taste the flavor of it.
Yeah, the comparison that we made was like a fresh hop, where a fresh hop actually is really, really like maybe more sophisticated than you can assess.
Yeah.
Like it's that much more complicated.
Yeah, totally.
All you can sort of do is just bear witness to it. You can't you can try to explain it, and God bless you if you do, but really you sort of just have to take a moment and bear witness to creation in all its many forms.
And understand that this is something we could never accomplish.
Yeah, exactly. We don't know how to do it, right? But no, that pepper. This is how bad that pepper was.
God, it was.
This is how bad that pepper. I don't know what happened to you. I'm gonna tell my own story, right? So, oh god, a chip, dude, man, dude. Do you know what would be really good right now? Like to eat
Jerky.
jerky is very good. I have no qualm with jerky. You know, it would be amazing. Daphnis has suggested it. Yeah.
Cheese plate.
You're talking about that? Yeah. Listen, obviously, everybody loves a cheese plate. I'm talking about like a Cool Ranch Dorito. I'm starting to think. So obviously, Precious Channel. Tomorrow is the return, the many splendored return of the C Team.
Yes.
So don't forget, tomorrow at 4 p.m. PST, myself, Amy the Falcon, Rosie B. Stinger, of course, Cthulhu Draub, and Dragonborn Narcissist and Arblitzen, all going to be there. It's going to be super, super cool.
And check out the South game.
The South game obviously will help you understand it.
That was so much fun to write. I
have a thing. I did it in the Dark Sun game I did a long time ago as well. I can't avoid horror. I really, really like. It's like, yeah, generally speaking, the combats that I put in are more. They're like the combats that heroes engage in film. Like they serve a specific purpose. It's sort of like a hyper specialized form of ballet or something. I hurt players in their minds. Like that's, as a dungeon master, like there's no AC there, right? I'm just being purely pragmatic. Like that's where I should be attacking, right? But anyway, yeah. So as I was driving home, I had the coffee cup. I had my Go cup, and while I was driving at 60 miles per hour, I had to tear the top off of this Go cup and then just dry heave into this Go cup for probably 10 minutes while driving on the freeway.
And it's like a dry heave of pain because it's all the capsaicin coming up.
I mean, it was a negative experience. Did it stop me from doing it? No. I continued to do so.
Yeah.
Oh, one last thing before we continue on. I see that Asmati Games has popped in. So if you enjoy, for whatever reason, if you enjoy our narrative stylings, examples of which would be some of the stories we've come up with here about beers, the C Team, obviously, big stuff there. We are in Asmati Games' new 1001 Odysseys Kickstarter at the 150K level of total.
Jack, can you bring up my
Your screen?
Screen.
Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So if at the 150, oh, wow, it's really close.
Yeah.
That's great news.
This is only a day.
So here, scroll down to the picture. You should do the,
Is it here?
yeah, it is. I looked at it yesterday. Okay, keep going. It's way down there. Way down. Way down. Way down. There's a plim plum.
Look at the books. Those are the adventure books.
Of course, we played this on the stream a while back, on a sponsor stream, as you may recall. Had a blast.
Oh, that looks so cool.
Oh, I love the almanac. Now, no, we are not on the base team. That's the base team as you see them there.
Oh, really cool people.
Includes some cats.
My cats.
We are essentially, in some ways like a DLC. So there's a whole story, essentially like a prequel for the 1001 Odysseys story that we have come up with and can write for you. And then you can see my good friend Nika Harper is right below us there. So the campaign's only been up for a day. I hope it does really, really well. I'm a big fan of Chris. I love Asmati games in general. But I would really like to write that if you are into it. So take a look. Let me scooch this stuff over here. And let's see if we can't take it to the hoop.
Take it to the hoop. Just do it.
I'll never
Forget it.
I'll never like it.
There will be no parallel universe that somehow
Sometimes-
that taste.
Thanks, Northrop. And thanks, Demetrius. Sometimes
Yeah.
I can find it, or I can find the failing in myself.
But
Thank you, Pokemon. Oh my goodness, did somebody gift some subs? Spiff!
if
Thank you so much. Obviously, welcome to Mitchell Noble, Demetrius X, Pokeboy, and Nerflare as well. Now, yeah, usually I can find the thing in myself that is the problem.
there's no problem, you are not the problem.
That's just
Hey,
that's
I'm
fucking
here to help you.
no.
You're not the problem.
That's hard mode.
You're not the problem. Say it.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not the problem.
I'm not the problem. Okay. So now as we move in, gosh, you know what might be fun?
Yeah.
Now that we are ready to go, I wonder if the right call wouldn't be
A beer for Batman.
a bat beer, of course. Yeah, there's a bunch of really great ideas.
Yeah.
Blood Circus.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, blood and cheese.
Blood and oh, yeah. Would it be like a Irish red that would pair well with like a cheese?
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, exactly. So that'd be one way to get in there and
That's
do well.
really cool.
I'll pull this up over here. Should be signed in. Et voila, c'est bon. All right, now we're good. So let's figure out themes, right?
Yep.
A-team game. That would be
Yeah. Good idea.
right. So the Blood Circus, focus on the A-team game. We could do something for. Honestly, we
There's a
the
lot of
last
great
game
stuff.
had a bunch of good topics in it that might be really great. We also have Bobby, Xavier Woods.
Oh, something for the 6.
Yep. Yeah, these are 3 great ones. Let me go ahead and put those in front of you, Gathered Throng. Here, no, Empty Heads, listen, you missed the duck and I missed it as well. You have to understand
Yeah.
that, here, it's like this.
Break it down.
Basically, Josh said that the duck was one and done.
Whoa, you're blaming this on Josh?
I'm not blaming it on Josh. These are facts. He said, hey, no more duck. Because I asked for the duck. I'm like, hey, yo, where the duck at? And he's like, it was one and done. So he's like exerting a certain force.
Damn.
But he's not here. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I can sow a little bit of dissent. Like, we're going to derive a lot of entertainment from this. I'm gonna push Jack Lemmon ever closer into conflict with his direct manager.
Josh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to start the fight.
He doesn't like it. Do you hear that sound?
Yeah.
He knows there's a tension there. Yeah.
Okay, Josh's
Ryan,
already coming.
oh, you know. Yeah, Blood Circus does have so many options. Well put.
Josh doesn't normally exert power like that. There must be something here.
Look at this. Blood Circus and Bobby Zimarewski are at 33 and 33 and have been for several seconds.
That's cool.
Disco says Lagunitas used CO2 extraction. Yeah, I've seen this.
Yep.
To get a specific cheese flavor out of cannabis. No idea how to get a hold of that. Yeah.
I'm not going to blow up today, so.
Okay, so Blood Circus just came out on top. Okay, now Blood Circus is jump in. It's going nuts now. So Blood Circus definitely won on that.
Oh, I see.
Cheddar Stout. Oh God. Yes, Lord Zest exactly right. Blah blah blah. Now, so the Blood Circus. So just so that everyone knows what we are moving into here.
Yeah.
Right. This is a Ravnican delicacy, an evil Blood Circus, something between a gruesome public spectacle and ritual.
Sure.
Thus, Acquisitions Incorporated found themselves, at least one of our number, Jim specifically, found himself raised on a platform surrounded by deadly whirling saws. It was a big surprise.
Sounds about right.
It was a big surprise to everyone. Yes, and as you can see from the chat, Umbral Alderman has just suggested, which is correct, that evil clowns were commanding the circular saws.
Fucking clowns. Fucking clowns.
Cookie Mom, we do not have a penny blood cheese. Now, Dowda Tech says a dark that tastes like a red. It wouldn't be hard to do.
No.
You'd get the darkness from certain types of grains and purely about the mix, but it could be okay. Gruyere apple cider? It's not bad. Circus peanuts. Yeah. Think about like the flavor of the sawdust carpet.
When I think of like circus, right?
Yeah.
I think of like an American amber. I think of a pale ale.
Well, sure. So you're thinking about like what would be available as an artifact.
Circus.
Yeah, exactly. But it seems to me that they would lean way in to this blood
Absolutely.
branding, right? I mean, they got a great brand there. I mean, they got to leverage it.
Right. So, but we can still choose an amber and make it a different color.
True. Oh, I see. So basically, amber, classic flavor, but then we goof with it in strategic ways.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
Or like the pale ale, we make it a raspberry pale.
Ah. Well, here, I'll put this in front of him. So just so you know.
Like, is the blood from the fruit? Or is the blood
Is it some external source? Yeah. Because you can get, a red ale is really like an orange brown ale.
Yeah.
Right? It's just at a specific point in the continuum.
Yeah.
But we could get it red with the right additions. So here we're talking about amber, pale ale is going to be on the hoppier. It's going to move a little bit north on the IBU range.
Oh, yeah.
Artillery ale,
I like
nice
that
SA.
blood orange pale.
Oh, yeah, blood orange is amazing in beer.
That's very cool.
Oh, very strong idea, Hollywood. Love it.
We did a blood orange Viking. We did a blood orange Goza.
Oh yeah, and it was it was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
It's one of the best beers we've ever made.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's the best Goza I've ever had.
Yeah.
It isn't like we make them and then we enjoy them, like, and they're good in their styles, they're good in their range. I think they succeeded in the marketplace.
Yeah.
That Goza is a revolutionary fluid.
Yeah.
I've never had one anything like that.
Yeah, it was Pat Roth is pulling his shit once again.
Yes, somehow inside the fermenter. Yes, so you're gonna be overjoyed, man. They want the amber. So what that means, right, is that we're talking about something more with
cool.
a more classic, more traditional flavor profile. The hopping's not gonna be out of the park.
We can add raspberries. We can add strawberries.
Because the base is so simple, anything we add to it is gonna crank it. So I am way, way down for that.
I love this because this is what I think about when I go to an event, right? You know, you go, you grab the beer, and it just.
Oh yeah.
It's never it's never a porter. It's
No.
never a stout.
I knew that at the end of the day, and it could be that they detected it as well. I mean, that's actually what you want, right?
Right.
What you want out of this, you want to try to make something that has this beer of the people classic profile, but we get to goose it, right? Right. So what's next?
Almost like the blood is just getting splattered into the drink while you're
Exactly.
sitting there.
Exactly. Like you get it, and then it just the expectation is that we were talking about hey, this is a beer that pairs well with a charcuterie plate. This is a beer that pairs well with cheese. And this is a beer that pairs well with the blood from the blood circus falling into it, and that's okay.
Yeah.
So hook us up with some base grains.
Well, let's get some ABV up in this.
Yep. Oh, that's true. Yeah. What do we want? All right. So remember, we're talking about a beverage that is served thematically at the Rakdos blood circus type scenario, right? ABV, obviously. Thanks, Hollywood. So ABV as a narrative construct, there's multiple ways to approach this. A high ABV could emphasize bloodthirst.
Yeah.
It could emphasize, at least in this continuum, a diminishment of decision-making capacity, right? I.e., impulsive behavior. Thanks, GM Rocky. Yeah, I was just going to say, and so just as we said here, GM Rocky is suggesting that it be sessionable because at the end of the day, it's about trying to get as many of them in there. So narratively, there's actually robust choices on either side. So we'll hook you with the base, and then we'll move it.
Base is 4.5 to 5.5.
Okay.
But we could go higher.
So here's our range. I'm down, obviously, with sessionable as well. So Orion Rogue, the current theme we have for this construct is that this is what is available at the circus itself. It's served there. So obviously, any of the casts you suggested could consume it. And they probably will.
Yeah.
Although my suspicion is that this ringleader almost certainly bears a flask of some kind. That's just my suspicion.
Okay.
Like what I'm seeing here.
Back. That's interesting.
Oh, they want to bump it. Now, truth be told, 6 is not too crazy. I mean, I think of 6 being more in that. It's funny. They want the amber in style, but they want the pale ale heft. They want even creeping up into the southern reaches of the IPA.
Yeah.
That is a 6. Yeah, restraint is not the Rakdos strong suit. Yeah, that's well put. John Blee, so obviously throw anything you're looking for, any questions you want answered, just if I don't get to it, just throw it back in there. That'd be great.
Okay, now we're going to do SRM.
Oh, we will. Now, Dave plays our 6. Thanks so much for showing up. And then, obviously, Drunk Phytologist, thanks for gifting the sub. Okay. So 6. So, heft.
So, with the SRM, we're going to want to look to... anywhere between 11 or 18 is standard.
For the style? 11 to 18. Okay.
Yeah, but we could go darker, right?
We could.
And remember the fruit, if we do put fruit, that might make it darker as well.
Yeah. 11. 18.
Yep.
Historically an auspicious AI number. And then let's go right to 28. Let's give them a big swing that they can choose on. Now, recall that ultimately we're going to be adding some fruit to this.
Right.
It's going to modify it a little bit. So you may be looking for a brighter color to emphasize the addition, or ultimately we could just be looking for something that's very dark and gruesome, right? Yeah, Hollywood, that's my feeling, is that something on the lower side would allow us to fundamentally get to a novel color via additions, but we'll see how it goes. Of course, I support you 100%. Yeah, Disco King's got a SRM 30.
Oh, cool.
It doesn't seem very red. Yeah, it wouldn't. I mean, red is it's a misnomer. The truth, if you ever want to go down a very, very deep rabbit hole, look at what our ancient forebears thought of the color blue. It's arguable from the writings that we have retained from those periods that they did not have a functional word for blue. Something to consider.
Figure that one out.
Right? Oh, I think that 18...
It needed to get used.
Jackal,
Geez,
come now.
Come on.
Orion Rogue, I'm so glad that our goofy ass Tuesday afternoon show is of use to you.
Yeah.
I really enjoy hanging out in here.
Wow, that was very Bob Ross. I really enjoyed it.
Well, no, I do.
I know. It's great. It was just very relaxed while you said that.
But yeah, I mean, Disco King, like I say, just check it out. Blues Clues, goodness gracious, you devils. They won 18, but I suspect this is about dinosaurs.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you villains.
Empty heads, we don't have an Amber Council pin yet, but maybe someday.
It's not hard. I know everybody.
I know who can make them.
I know everybody that does it. Well, yeah, I got whacked out at the end, Dave, by the it's the Y, the R, and the S in the order. But I'm a huge fan of R6. That is R6 esports. That's the esports. Like that's
what I want to see.
That's my esports. Whenever that type of stuff shows up at a PAX, like I will literally go to my own show and hang out at Arena and watch people play fucking R6. I did a bunch of that at Oz this last year.
It's such a good game.
Well, it's such a good game, and everybody they want to talk about like what their esports story is, and they like design with that in mind. But you can't really do that. Like that community has to manifest itself around it, right? And R6 just happens to be designed in such a way, especially with their camera mechanism. Like you can actually watch this like an interesting sport.
Exactly.
No. I am not familiar with Macy J, but I will definitely make a note of it. I think that R6 does compare to the stress and tension of Beyblades. Think about each operator, as a novel blade.
Abilities.
Oh, Angus, for sure, they planned it. I mean, that's the fantasy, right? You want it to blow, but everybody wants it to blow, and nobody else did it like R6 did. So, SRM 18, we're good. Now we need the EBU, right?
Yep. Traditionally between 20 and 40. Empty heads, Crossfire definitely needs to be in the Omegathon.
Now, so here, international barrier units, right? So take a look at this. This is a pretty classic range here.
I like that.
I got I've demarcated it right in the middle. So basically what we're talking about here, if you're familiar with the show already, you sort of know what we're going at, but I extended IBU out into its true form, just so you can get a sense of it. You know, when you're talking about 40, you're moving into a pale ale IPA range in the southern part.
More of an IPA range.
Yeah, and that's fine too. The idea that it might have a little bit of bite. Yeah, the idea that it might have a little bit of bite is not that crazy. Yeah, Rocky's saying, hey, less bitter and more blood. International biting units for 18. You know what? You're all right, MP Hits. So, but basically, yeah, the people I'm gonna let it run obviously for a little bit, but the people have spoken. I think they don't want this to be about that. The other thing they're saying with 20 is obviously let's hew to the style, but if I was to interpret that in a divination way, I would say that what they want is for novel fruit editions to
take over.
Yeah, well, to define it functionally. PA Pogs. I feel like the odds are low, but I mean it wouldn't be impossible. Yeah, do PAX Pogs. International bloodletting units. You goof. Yeah, Disco King. I'm telling you, man. Like we have got the most. This channel is so savvy on this stuff. Something with a spicy bite in that noble hop range. Earthy and spicy, know what I mean?
Sounds like Tet to me.
Sounds like Tet.
Yeah, scorpion peppers.
Now us for the interesting.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at the idea that
it's gonna come out of your ass. Yeah.
Well, that a red pepper might be in the context somewhere.
Fruit and spice.
Well, and that's what we know from that jaunt we had into regular.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Exactly, Disco. So that jaunt that we had into traditional fresh pepper, like fresh peppers instead of dried, it's just not the same. It isn't the same thing.
Yeah.
Ooh, chocolate and spice.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, dude. If you went after it with some nib.
That cocoa nib.
Oh yeah, you know about these nibs. Yeah, Umbral Alderman. Oh my God. Okay, hang on a second. God, that's really smart. Hang on a second. I need to take a moment just to think about how smart that is. Okay, so that is the witchcraft element that we don't go into very much here. I don't have any experience with that, but there is a level of brewing that there's a level of brewing, like when you level up, right? When you have like one wing and then like the long sword, like the Sephiroth tier brewing involves tuning water with minerals. I'm not there yet. I may never get there. Most people never get there.
It's very easy. You just have to go get a water sample.
Well, I know how I would do it, but there's lots of ways to tune your base water.
Very easy, actually.
I feel like we were talking about the infrared properties of our beer at that point, right? I mean, it's just something I haven't considered at this point.
You can do it.
Yeah.
90% of the time you don't have to, but if you want to get a more traditional taste.
Yeah. MT has us talking about using distilled water. Saltier mash, fun brightness. Interesting.
Distilled, you don't want to use distilled water because it takes all of the minerals out of the beer. And you only use distilled if you're going to be adding minerals.
Yeah, exactly right. And I think that's what MT is getting at, right? So Hollywood is saying rarely between iron. Yeah, I mean, it's true because iron is going to give you, I just thought it was interesting.
Yep.
But it's going to give you a taste. It's going to give you a taste that might not be like palatable.
Atravinica is right. Using RO water. It's a filter, a reverse osmosis water.
Oh,
it takes
so it's water that's been dismantled and rebuilt?
Yeah, it takes a while to do, but it is definitely very good.
What's your base? It's as basic as you're going to get, right?
Yeah, and then you add your minerals to that.
So they want that 20, and we should give it to them.
Okay.
Okay.
So the base grains we're going to go with right off the top, standard 2-row. This is going to be dry, clean, and crisp, and really make way for the fruit and flavor additions.
Okay.
The second is going to be Maris Hotter.
So toasty biscuits.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so either one of these is correct, right? Obviously, the 2-row is going to be more basic, and so addition is going to stand out a little bit. But Maris Otter is okay too, because all it's going to do is just provide a different context for sweetness to rest in, right?
Right. Ooh, it's 50-50.
Here, let's see if Jeff's beer is still bad. I need to keep my hand out of the trap. Here, so Empty Head says there's a water tab in Beersmith. Show me. What'd I do?
You have water here that'll tell you all your volumes.
Oh.
All your bottling, all your loss, your drop loss.
Interesting. Oh, basically like how much. So will that do calculations for fresh hops as well?
Yeah, but then
because fresh hops are so absorbent.
you can also add water by area.
What?
Like Paul.
What
Seattle.
the fuck are you talking about? It has every place's water.
Yeah.
What's that Flint water looking like?
Still bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, why should we talk about it?
Wait. What is it? What does it say in there? Oh, thanks, Ryan Hartman. It's great.
Ryan Hartman is great. So if you look at Seattle,
Yeah.
it's going to tell you the calcium, which is 17 ppm.
And that's just like the taste of a
Magnesium,
water
sodium,
in
sulfate.
place.
Yep.
Austria.
Yeah.
But look at how calcified the water is in Austria.
Yeah. Waterford, New York. I used to live right next to there.
Well, Waterford obviously is a classic water location.
Yeah. There's a waterfall.
Yellow balanced, yellow dry. What the fuck is this crap?
Yeah, you can get real nerdy.
Oh, here. Can you find Reno?
Sure.
Yeah. So New Belgium says, hey, there's a reason we chose North Carolina.
Yeah.
Same water profile as we get in the Rocky Mountains. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. You want to tune that in.
I don't know if Reno's on here. Reno isn't on here.
Interesting.
This is another place I lived next to. Latham was right next to Waterford.
Yeah, it is an
So,
interesting mix.
the Albany area is really known for its water,
Yeah.
oddly enough.
Ryan says that 4 hydrogen, 2 oxygen, super water. Oh, good lord. H3O. That's enough of that. Now, so they want the Maris Otter as that rich base. And I'm down.
All right. So, let's add some more greens. One we're going to do is just a regular caramel 60 or crystal 60.
Yep.
Head retention.
Yeah.
Caramel flavor.
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
Or we're going to go with, actually, I like the thought of a Carapils, because this isn't going to add a lot of color, but it's going to give us the sugars that we want to see inside of this. It's going to be very crisp, very clean.
So we can come crisp on the back end.
Yeah.
Instead of going at, instead of the 2-row up front, we start with the Maris and then we balance it out. Classic flavors. I'm going to go out with some of these cues here.
I will forever be trying to seduce Ryan Hartman.
Yeah.
all
You
day,
listen. Yeah,
every day.
take a number.
Right.
Angus McDonald says on the R6 note, are you watching it for Due Process? Hell yeah, I'm watching it for Due Process. Due Process, do not sleep on it. I can't believe how cool that shit is. Every time I see that at a PAX show, I take time out to go play it. So imagine an asymmetrical team-based shooter where in between levels, it randomly generates a level for you.
What?
So every time you play, you're dealing with completely new shit.
That's amazing.
If you're playing on the SWAT team side, you have a truck outside that has all the equipment you're going to be able to take for the entire game. So, and a game lasts multiple rounds.
Oh, super interesting.
So you only have so much stuff to bring in in a round. And if they are able to get you, the criminals that are inside these places, they have completely different weapons. They actually want your stuff. They want to kill you so they can get these high-end weapons.
That's awesome.
So yes, you bring a bomb, and then you need to bring a separate detonator as an item. It's so neat. It's so neat.
Cool.
MT Heads is talking about that red wheat, maybe as a possibility. That richness.
Ryan, I'm moving to the front of the line with this voice.
Yeah. Hey, so Talp, right now we're looking at something for the Blood Circus that we have seen in the last couple Acquisitions Incorporated A games at the shows. Starting at Unplugged and then backing it up over at South. Yeah, roasted wheat, roasted barley. Yeah, some kind of... It's a lot of color, but at 18 we could do a touch of that stuff and get away with it.
Remember, you're going to get a lot from the fruit.
Yeah. Yep, they want that Carapils. Let's give it to them.
I like it. X, who's now out of jail,
Yeah.
is going to give it to him.
Well, that's great.
So, last edition, we can either go with nothing, keep it like it is.
Yeah.
We can go with the red wheat.
Yep. Tell me about this red wheat.
Well, it's wheat.
Mm-hmm.
That is
Oh,
gonna
so
give a
wheat.
red flavor.
Yeah. So in terms of wheat, we're talking about...
You're going to get... it's going to be sweet.
Yeah.
Going a little creamy. It's going to give you the wheat flavor you would get from a Hefeweizen.
Yeah, like a wheat syrup.
Yeah.
Right?
And
So give that a try. Keep it where it is, or the red wheat. The reddest wheat. Gecko, have any of your players ever voluntarily made a will save against your psychic RP damage? They have yet to. Mr. Meatsuit, do you need to send you some Reaper jerky? Yes. Clues, it was worse than the fermented fish. The fermented fish, the surströmming...
don't you dare say it was worse than the surströmming.
No, I couldn't make that case. But they both had aspects, there were both aspects to their flavor that tasted like poison. Like the fish especially, right? Yeah. Where there's something about it where you eat it and your body is just like, no.
No.
Like
you actually get a heads-up display.
Just some guy says, if you experiment with minerals, might you end up having a quarry with someone, potentially? Maybe with Rosie Beestinger.
Yeah.
Does the Amber Council extend only to beer? This is from DC Raven X. Or do we get to vote on all people named Amber as well? Yeah, the remit for the Amber Council is broad. Any Ambers fall under that.
Yeah.
They want that red wheat, kid.
Oh, that's cool.
Give it to them. Yes, that'll be really neat. With the big sweet biscuit up top, backed up with the Carapils, which is a little bit more neutral, but still has a good richness. And then the wheat to give it some nice body underneath. That's a real good build, I think, actually.
I agree. And we were going for 6%, right?
Let me open it up. Yes.
And the SRM was 18.
It was 18.
All right, now what kind of fruit do we want to add into this mix?
Yeah, exactly. Now remember, obviously blood is going to be getting into it.
Right.
Right? So let's think about addition. and one of our additions could be fruit.
Yeah.
But we should consider another type of addition to it in general, like a bag of nails, or something,
Obviously.
right?
Yeah.
So in terms of a red fruit, what are we thinking about? You're a raspberry. Raspberry's
I love-
classic
I
for
love
amber.
raspberry.
Moi, especially with the maris.
Yeah.
Ooh, the dupe and
just
the
love
wheat.
Oh, yeah.
Raspberry wheat's classic. So what would be a novel addition aside? Oh yeah, see, gecko, that's it. Hibiscus.
Yeah, hibiscus is cool.
That's great. Move into that. Oh, here.
yeah, blood orange.
I'm finishing that poll. I'm sorry. I gotta go back. There's too many cool options here.
Yeah.
Blood orange was in early, and it's always going to be a yes from me.
Oh, do we want to do a pepper choice or no?
Let's throw one in here.
Yeah. What kind of pepper would give a fruity taste?
Well, our experience with a fresh habanero
Yeah.
is that it does actually have a naturally fruity
Very
taste.
sweet, yeah.
All right, false start. I'm back on it.
Pomegranate.
Oh, pomegranate would be ridiculously
That's
good.
fucking
I want to save pomegranate for a future.
Yeah.
I don't want any beets in here. I love beets, but I don't want any beets in this beer.
Yeah.
Vulture wants to know if we've tried any green tea beers. There's a green tea IPA here in Maine called Ceremony. My friend's brewery makes this pretty good.
Oh, really?
I haven't, but I'm not surprised that it's good.
Yeah, it's probably really, really great.
Yeah, we have a really nice one here from Elysian
Yeah.
that is quite good, and it's based around a jasmine tea. So it's very, very strong. Well, if I ever see Baxter Brewing Vulture, I will
Pick it up.
gladly snatch it up. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Disco. I think
that's
habanero
super
might be
interesting.
really good.
Super interesting.
It might be good to have a. It might be good to take this one two ways.
Yeah. We did do a blood orange for
Nickman,
Evelyn.
is it actually is it's not Nero? It's just narrow habanero. Yeah, Blood of the Sun had some blood orange as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, raspberry scorpion pepper.
I just love
It wouldn't need
raspberries.
much. Wouldn't need much. Ghost. You know what, Vulture? I have had a ghost chili kombucha. I thought it was really, really great. I've had some amazing hopped kombuchas as
Super
well.
spiced, or how did it?
No,
how
it's
did it
very, very
taste?
reasonable. I mean, because remember, it's against the backdrop of the vinegar already.
Yeah, totally.
So it's just sort of set in there. They want that blood orange, and we're going to give it to them. But I do think that there is a mod. There's an aftermarket mod to recommend taking this in a spicy way. That is, I feel like it's appropriate for the theme as well. But I feel like that's a good addition for us. Now we got to figure out what the hop situation is. You know, at only 20 IBUs, it's not crazy pants, but we want to emphasize spice and earthiness underneath, because the earthiness is also going to have some of that mineral character as well. So I feel like that we'll be able to succeed there.
So do you want to say tet on that one?
You know I want to say tet. Yeah, so I would say for tet, I would say earthy, spicy,
Centennial.
and classic. How would you describe that?
Floral, citrusy, and spicy. Ooh, Bravo, man. Bravo would be kind of neat too.
Hook it up. What do you got?
Fruity and floral.
Yeah, so that'd be a different angle, but still good.
Yeah.
And the truth is that whatever they choose is going to be great. S.A. Wells popped in and says Zulu does not distinguish between blue and green, and Russian considers light blue and dark blue as different colors altogether.
Really?
That's fucking great.
Hey, 1001 Odyssey's funded.
Oh,
Congrats, Chris.
that's great news. Yeah. So he's picked up a few even just during the show. It hit the number of the beast while the show started. We have used Bravo once before, at
I
least.
feel like we have.
Well, yeah, yes, you would, Talp. They are indeed your people.
Is Taup in this?
That's why you know them.
Taup's in this picture, right?
Tucked away some back in there. Look at these. Look at these great people.
Where's Taup?
Wait, upper right.
Oh, there he is. Got you, buddy.
Yeah, he's literally on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bravo. That's right. Empty heads. Bravo is so great. You're right. Bravo would be great for the circus angle, just as a pun.
That's brilliant.
Just as a pun.
That's fucking brilliant.
Oh yeah, dude. So just so everybody in the channel knows, everybody was after Talp's fudge. Apparently, there's some Scottish fisherman
Good Lord.
who makes this fudge, I guess, and it's crack.
I want Taup to just send us that on the regular.
But we just gotta cut out the middleman.
Yeah. We just gotta go right to that guy.
Yeah, it's like Talp is like, listen, I understand he wants to control the flow of this fudge, but we gotta get right to this older gentleman. Bring it to West. That's it.
I can't wait that long.
Right. I'm gonna wait a good 10 seconds more, I think. And we'll see if we can pop in here. Get some twisted flavor.
Yeah. Taup's a fudge dealer
Yeah.
on the mean street.
No, it jumped. It jumped. Tet was jumping in there in the back again as well, but Bravo came out. IBU 20. I love it. I love what I'm seeing.
What was our IBU gonna be?
IBU is 20. So not crazy.
Okay. Now, do we want to add anything for flavor and aroma, or do we want to keep this as is?
I don't know. Here. So let's say keep as is and then give a flavor and give an aroma choice.
Okay. We're using blood orange. Let's go with Citra.
Ooh. Hoo hoo hoo. Yeah. I'm describing Citra as strong, sharp citrus rind.
Yeah.
Do you approve?
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah. We're Citra fetishists around here, but this would be a really nice. This would be a really, really nice one.
I don't think this is really going to be a stunt beer, but it's got the name for it. Whoa, Citrus, take it off.
Yeah, they want a piece of it. Okay. Yeah, it's popping. Let's give it to him.
Yeah.
Citra, looking good. Okay. So now we gotta get that yeast going.
That easy yeast. So we're going to go with an original.
No underdog. No Brett. No. Bad underdog.
It's kind of funny because it's underdog.
Yeah, right? So what else you got?
Just regular American ale.
Yeah, to create an amber ale, right?
Soft, smooth, clean finish.
This is American Amber Ale yeast.
Yep.
Yep, classic.
Or we could
something to bite in on the wheat aspect?
Yeah, we'll go with the Bavarian wheat.
Ooh, yeah. So the Bavarian will give you some of the angles you're looking for, I think, Disco. Some Bavarian ale?
Yep. You got bubblegum, banana, apple, and plum.
Yeah. So that's going to set things off on a very, very fruity... It's already fruity, right? So something to consider as you're putting your votes in. This is going to take it to the fruit zone, right? So consider that we've fruited this thing up pretty good.
Yeah.
Right? Empty Heads is saying, let the actual fruit addition...
Yeah. Do the talking.
Yeah.
And that would be using number 1, the
Communicate
American
it.
ale.
Exactly right. The truth is,
I want to make both.
Yeah. They'd both be very, very good.
Yeah, they're both, yeah.
They'd both be good, but, for 1.0 here, consider that the choices we have made previously, are good. Oh, Shasmo's kicking out the host.
Shasmo.
Thanks, mate. No, they want the American Amber.
Yeah, Barovian wheat lager.
Yeah, Barovian yeast. Oh, the alien evil yeast. All right, now, SA, now you may begin typing in your name choices.
Oh, yeah.
So we're talking about our blood. Tears of Renewal. I mean, I would drink cider. Ciders are okay. What beer I would what I would recommend for the person who prefers cider is a hopped cider, honestly. Blood Bank. Arterial. Bloody Good Show. Oh, 8 pints.
Hemoglobin.
8 pints would be a great name.
Cirque du Saw Blades.
Big Top. Splash Zone. Yes. Any more winners out there?
Not yet.
Just blood in all caps. I'm into that. Yep. Ooh, cult classic is great.
Blood and cheese is pretty on the nose.
Yep.
Blood bowl.
All right, here. Let's hit this bad boy. I got 6 options so that we can take a look. Give me some flavor. Hey, now, Jack, have you got my cooked up?
Yep.
Cool. Thanks, Dawn. Yeah, I think Splash Zone might take it, but you never know. 8 pints is very, very clever. Culty classic. Yeah, sorry, Rocky. Yeah. There's 2 healthy winners there, I think. We'll keep an eye.
Oh, yeah, Culty Classic.
Oh, salt and vinegar chips.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, for that rasp. Oh, salt and vinegar chips is the beer combo, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rekka. Now, I think we came in with that Splash Zone, and I'm with it.
I think so. Oh, yeah.
Splash Zone, Amber Ale for the Rakdos Blood Circus. Hey, thanks so much, everybody. So glad to hang out with you again on Acquisitions Intoxicated.